Hey guys, welcome back to my video. Blend that out a little bit more. I decided to do my makeup because it's soccer game day and I always do my makeup. And I just wanted to give you guys a little update on what's been going on. So I had to ultimately shave down my denter myself with a nail file. And it actually worked really well. It doesn't bother me anymore. I'm gluing it in. I took out the cushion grip. It's actually been a lot better. So that's my update, and that's the only update I really have. But let's go ahead and get into this video and kind of explain to you guys what I've already done to my face since I last minute decided to make this video. I'm using like a bib to keep the makeup from getting all over my sweater because yeah, it's embarrassing when it's just all over the place. So far on my eyes, I just have a white pencil, kind of like this one. The one I have on there is from Wet n Wild. I just kind of pulled my eye and then I just colored in white. And then I used this LA Colors shimmering loose powder and I packed it on top. And then in the crease, I just put some of this Maybelline little eyeshadow. This one is in New Glow in the crease. On my face, I put some of the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, and I put the the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Sheer Filter on. So that's all I've done so far. And on my brows, I have the e.l.f. Instant Lift Eyebrow Pencil. That's all I've done so far. So I self-tanned last night because the color was disappearing. So I just kind of darkened it up a little bit more. And now I am using the Laura Mercier foundation. I have it in the shade 2C1. And in this, I have it in the shade, if I can read it. I don't know the shade of this one, and I apparently ripped it off the side, so it's like really dark though. And then in this, I have it in the shade Snow White. So now I'm gonna pack on the foundation. I'm gonna use my trusty blender and I'm gonna blend this out. I love this foundation so much. It gives a beautiful color to the skin. Okay. Now I'm gonna go in with my SheGlam bronzer. I have to figure out which one is the one with some in it and which one isn't. I think this is it. I suck in my cheeks a bit, making sure to go back in to get a little bit more. I go down the bridge of my nose. Covering up the double chin. And making sure we get the forehead. This shade is very light for me, but it's what I have, so we're working with what we have for my because these are all for my light when I was a little bit lighter. Oops. Kind of pack it on there a bit because it is for my lighter skin. Put these both away. And then I'm going to blend that out with my beauty blender. making sure to do my nose first because I always forget about that until the last minute. Don't forget the neck. Now we can focus on the cheeks. Now that we're all blended out and doesn't look like I did anything, we are going to go in with, oh, and this shade for this one is in Golden Sun. You can get it on Shein. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty one. I have it in the shade Blush. And I just take it on the apples of my cheeks. One here, and one going up the temple. Squeezing more out. One here, and one there. Okay, now I'm going to use the butt of the Beauty Blender because that's the area I use less. And I'm just going to blend that out. Making sure as you're going up, you're drawing it up to the temples because you do not want that, get that everywhere because you're going to look a little crazy. Making sure to blend it back in the hair, just like that. Same technique on this side. Making sure we're getting it back into the hairline. Okay, now I'm going to clean out my Beauty Blender. I do not have a concealer that is good for this complexion that I have now. Ugh. So I'm just going to use what I have. And I've been using the e.l.f. one. But I don't think I'm going to use that one today. I'm going to use my CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. And mine's in the shade Fair Porcelain. I'm gonna do a bright under eye, I guess. Put about that much. And then we're gonna use the same Beauty Blender and I'm gonna soak up a lot of that foundation that's in it into my towel in my lap, just to make sure we're not mixing. Because that's the last thing you want to do. And I don't have another Beauty Blender in front of me. So I'm just making sure I get a lot of the product out. Just like that. So I do have a bright under eye, which is a little bright for me. But it is what it is. I can't do nothing about it. Next, I'm gonna go in with my powder. I did buy this yesterday at the Dollar General because this foundation is very dark for my powder that I have. So I have a MAC one that's super light, and then I have another Maybelline Fit Me translucent one. It's too bright for this. It says translucent, but trust me, it is not translucent. And I'm going to use this I don't have my normal blending brush because over there I washed all my brushes yesterday, so they're still a little wet. So I'm just going to use this one. I got these off of, I believe it was Temu. So I'm going to put some on, tap. Put some on, tap. This is essential. You have to make sure you do not skip this step. Because for me specifically, the powder removes a lot of the stickiness of the foundation. That way you can pack your other products on top without moving your foundation, which I went through that yesterday and I'm not doing that again. And I just feel around to see where I still have some wet spots. So right here is still a little tacky. I don't believe this brush is working, but it's the brush I have. I feel like it's just caking on the product in the brush and it's not going on the face, which is super annoying. Look at that. So sticky still. It's super, super annoying. Come on. Oh, I'm so annoyed right now. This brush is like super wet, and that's what I usually use. This is, I believe, is a foundation brush. I'm so mad at myself for washing that brush yesterday. Alright, that one's working a little better. Trying not to drag because I was just moving my foundation. Alright, I'm just going to focus that where I'm going to be putting product. Cheeks are still a bit wet. Okay. That's the best it's gonna do. I know this one's crap, and this one works a little better than that one, but they're still both They're both still a pass for me. Okay, next step, I go in with bronzer. This is the brush I usually use, but it's still wet. So, and I use the Estetica bronzer in Sunset Bronzer. Looks like that. It's still super dark, or super light for me. We're going to go in with this brush because obviously the other brush I have is dirty, or it's not dirty, but I can't use it because it's still wet. Taking this down to the apples of my cheeks because I've been loving doing that. Just like that. Clean off our brush. Holding our hair back. We're going to attempt to blend this out with this. Alright, now that we're bronzed up, even though I don't feel like I really need a bronzer, but oh well. Kind of give our nose a little bit of bronzing. This one's okay. We're going to use this heart-shaped brush. It's very dense. I did also get this one from Temu. We're going to use this one on our blush. We're going to use this W7 Afterglow blush and highlight. This one is in the shade, I don't know. Yeah, I don't have the shade on this one either. We can get this at Walgreens. This is where I found mine. It looks like that. We're going to take the little heart, rub it right in there in that pretty glow. We're going to stamp it on the cheek. Just like that. I don't think that side showed up. Is it even showing up? Alright. There you go. It's showing up on that side. Maybe it's the glare. Oh yeah. It's showing up, I just can't see it on that side. Okay, moving on. I'm not gonna worry about everything too much because it's just makeup and makeup's makeup. We're gonna go in and fix our brows. I'm sorry, I have to get the mirror a little closer. We fixed our brows. Ow, that hurt. Now I'm going to, I thought about using this thing, but I don't want to mess up my brows. It looks super intriguing. It's from SheGlam. And it's in the shade Blonde. And it's just like, it looks like that. I don't know if you guys can see that. And it gives like these lines like that. Let's see if we can do something with that. I don't know. I'm gonna have to try to perfect this thing. I'm scared of it, honestly, because I've never used anything like that, but it doesn't mean I won't keep trying it. Let's see, what's next? What can we do next? All that powder got everywhere. I was using it and using it and using it. Now it's all over everything. Okay, so we don't need this. Just trying to get rid of unnecessary things I do not need. I'm gonna go in. Am I pulling this from the wrong end? I'm gonna go in with this Flower Beauty liquid liner. And I'm gonna do like a baby wing. Just like that. And I just lined my eyes. It's hard for me to do that on camera. But now we're gonna go with this. Oh, in that's in black. I'm using this Believe Beauty mascara in black. Just like that. I'm gonna leave this out because I'm gonna use it on my bottom lashes. But before I go any further, I'm going to use these Ioni lashes. They are very long, but I'm tired of honestly using those half lashes that are caked to the heaven and that just don't have any more life left in them. Honestly, I'm gonna try to salvage them, but in the meantime, we're just gonna use a different lash. I seen a girl say, how you see these in the packaging is the eye you're going to use them on. That is not true. When her name is Makeup Queen on TikTok, do not believe some of the things she says because that's not true. If you look at this lash right here, if you take a very good look at it, you'll see how this side's more fluffier than that side. So what you're going to do is look at it from this direction. Then you're going to flip it around and hold it up to your face. This is how they go on there. They do not go on there the opposite way because your eyes are going to look a little messed up. You try doing it that way. You're going to take a pair of scissors. You're going to put this up to your eye. I know how much I'm going to take off. See, that is too long. So you're going to snip off as much as you think you need. So I'm going to snip off about, yeah, I'd say about that much. So I took off about that much because I know by looking at my eye, I've been doing this for so long, how much I need to take off. So then I'm going to put it up to my eye and determine if I took off enough, which I did not because these are really big. So now I know by looking at it when I put it back on to my eye that I need to snip off a little bit more. Not a lot. You don't want to take off too much because you can't take that back. So now I'm going to check it again. That's still too much. We're going to snip off a little bit more. These were really big lashes. That's enough. So now that I know how big that one is, I'm going to check my other eye because each eye is different from the other. I'm going to start off by taking off as much as I took off on the other side. Looking at that, I still know it needs a bit more. I think this is sufficient enough. Yeah, that's enough. So then you're going to also go in that inner corner and there'll be a little bit of a tab. You're just going to go ahead and snip that little tab off. It doesn't have a lash stuck to it or anything. It's just a little bitty tab, but it's like annoying because then you have to figure out how to... This one does not have it. Oh, yep, it does. So I snipped it off both sides. Now you're going to take a lash glue. I am allergic to latex. I got a bunch of it. All those extra lashes. See, that's about how much I took off both lashes. Okay, now I'm going to take my trace of glue. I need more of this, but this is the Kiss Strip Adhesive Latex Free Lash Glue because I'm allergic to latex. And you're just going to go right on that band. Making sure you do the top band as well. Just like that. You're going to set it down with the lashes down, not that adhesive down, not this way down. You're going to set it this way down. So just like that. Make sure you don't get it on the lash itself. I do that every time because my hands shake. Okay, Now that I have both lashes covered, I'm going to set them down, let them get tacky, which means clear. When they're clear, they're ready. Now I'm going to take more of that powder, this, and packing it on there. Just like that. Then you're going to take your brush you used on the eyeshadow. You're going to put a little bit on there, making sure you're freshening that up. Same with the other side. Making sure everything's freshened. Okay. I need to put glitter on that, but I can't do it right now because I just packed on more eyeshadow. So I'm going to take this Maybelline Sky High Lash Sensation in the shade Black and kind of freshen up my lashes. You might be questioning, why do I use two different mascaras? I don't know. I don't know why I use two different mascaras. I just do. I don't know why I put that away. In the meantime, those are going to be a minute. I'm going to hold off on that. I'm going to clean up my area. I'm going to go ahead and do my highlight, actually. Now, I have a tiny little, there it is. I use the Wet n Wild loose highlighter. I don't think they sell this anymore, and if they do, I apologize. I haven't been in Wet n Wild in a long time, but this is in the shade I'm So Lit. You can still find these on Amazon, so you know. I'm gonna take this brush. This looks like a small little flat brush. Take that, and I'm gonna apply that to my brow bone. Same thing with the other side. I like using a highlighter versus an eyeshadow because I think it looks more prettier. Taking some of that and putting it in my inner corner. Just like that. And then we're going to take some and put it here. I don't know why I do that. I just do it. I like it. Putting some on the nose. Blending it out with your finger. Some on the Cupid's bow. Blending it out with my finger. Then I'm going to take a fluffier blending brush. Not using this highlighter, even though this one's more subtle. I'm going to go with a more brightening one because that's what I'm feeling like today. I'm going to put my lash there. It's almost ready. Taking this, is the same, it's by Wet n Wild. This one you'll have to go on Amazon or eBay to see if you can find it. This one is Written Something. It's their astrology one. I've had it for years. Going on my cheekbones with that, with the more fluffier brush. Making sure we're not forgetting the forehead. Okay, now that this is almost done, we're going to take this Kiss Lash Glue liner and we're going to fix our liner and making sure this is an extra hole. Just gives a little bit of extra hold. Alright, I'm going to take one of my, this is the one I was looking for. This is a heart. I think I've showed you guys this before. I'm just stamping a heart on my cheek. I have a star as well, I just don't feel like doing it. Oh, I guess I can just do a little funsy moment. This one's a star. Then a heart and a star. Now we're going to take our lash that is almost done that I'm just going to go ahead and apply. Looking down, you're going to place it right next to your real lashes. You're supposed to curl them. I don't feel like it makes a difference, but you do you. And it looks like that. These are very big for me, but it is what it is. Now I'm going to go in with this Hard Candy Glitter Moon Dust Shimmering Shadows. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply some shimmer to this eye. But I'm making sure to do this after I already applied my lash because it will not apply with that on top of that glitter. Just like that. Close that. I'm going to go in with this Look at Me glitter liner. Making sure to apply that right where I want it. Just right there. Right underneath the brow. Just like that. Now I'm going to use this lash that it's gotten tacky. Doing the same thing I did on the other side. Do not do that. This one needed a little bit more pulled off. Either that or I think I applied the other one a little further in. Yeah, because this one looks a little droopy. So we're going to try that one last time. Yeah, I think I have a little, this lash might be a little bit different. There it goes. Because it looks a little droopy on that end. Anyways, moving on. Nothing I can do about it now. Using more of that glitter and it looks like that. Just like that. Now we're done with the glitter. We are going to go in with my, almost got ahead of myself. I don't need this liner no more. Don't need that one no more. Just making sure we're cleaning up our area as we go. I'm going to sharpen my Rimmel liner. Making sure we have some. Then I'm going to pull my lid down, my lower lash down a bit. And lining my under eye. Just like that. And then we are going to take this brush, because it's the only one I have. I don't have a smudge brush right now because they're all wet. I accidentally washed the brush I didn't need to wash. Taking that same eyeshadow, going in on the smudge brush. This is not applying the way I want it to. You know, these ones are actually dry. Is this showing up for you guys? Let's try a different brush. This one appears to be smudgy. Yeah, that one worked. There you go. Okay, moving on, put that brush in here, put that away. We're going to add first the Bleep Beauty mascara because it is more drying. The other one's more of a wet formula, that's why I like going in with this one first. Then going back in with this one right here. Just like that. Being very, very careful. Just like that. Now, we are going to take a liner. This one's by e.l.f. and this is their Clean Cream Guide Liner. And this one's in the shade, I don't know the shade, but it looks like that. We're gonna pull our mirror a little closer. And you see that individual, there's like an invisible line right above my actual lip line. That's where I'm gonna guide because I want to make my lips look bigger. Just like that. And then cleaning off my mirror. The Cupid's bow always makes me nervous. Just like that. And then I'm gonna go on with this Jaclyn Hill liquid lipstick. Looks like that. It's almost similar to the lip liner I used. Putting these back. You know, I put out this puff for this and I didn't even use it. I knew I had that out for a reason. I'm gonna let that dry. Cleaning up my area. Leaving this out because I still have extra. Last thing, I usually do not do this, but I'm going to apply this and then the hairspray because, I don't know, this is hydrating. Drying that down, locking everything in. Wow. That sprayer that they use on this, they need to fix that. Making sure the lashes are on point. Cleaning up our trash. Okay. We're gonna leave that out. Okay, now that it's drying, we're gonna go in with the hairspray. This is the Pantene Strong Hold Hairspray. We're gonna go all across the face, down the neck. Making sure to look up. Hold your breath. Do not breathe while you do that. You will inhale hairspray if you do. Holding my neck up. Makeup ain't moving. None on my fingers. I'm gonna wait to use this. I'll take it with me. And I'm gonna put some deodorant on. I have some just cheap Suave deodorant. I'll be right back. I'm gonna change my outfit. So I just have on a Poison shirt. I love Poison. And then I just have on some legging pants. I got these at I got those at Sam's a few years back. Like, gosh, I've been with him 5 years, so 6 years ago, which I don't even know if they sell these anymore. I don't think they do. Then I'm gonna, my choice of perfume, I'm gonna use this Say Passion perfume. This smells really good. I got this from my father-in-law two or three Christmases ago. I think it was 2 Christmases ago. that is it. Actually, I think I'll flat iron my hair today. Accessories, I'm going to put on my iWatch because why not? Putting on my iWatch and my choice of earrings will be my go-to that I always go to, and it would be my butterfly earrings, which I'm gonna stick this right here, just because I can't get it back up there because I'm charging my phone. I do have my ears double pierced, but I don't feel like taking out that piercing. I had a lip piercing and I took it out, and I had had it done for a year. No, I think it was 6 months or so, and I thought I could take it out and it would be safe, and I took it out and I could no longer get it back in. That's what that scar is right there. And that was too painful for me to go through that process again. And just some pretty butterfly earrings. Now I'm going to pull my hair out of the headband. Taking it out of the clip without ripping out my hair. I have switched from using a regular brush to this because it does not pull out my hair like the other one does, like my regular brush does. You know, I don't know if I'm going to be able to flatten my hair right now. It is still super wet. See, I don't have any hair coming out. I do have a lot of growth going on. We're gonna try all this year not to do anything to the hair, just to straight iron it when I want to. I tried curling it the other day when I was doing a video for you guys. I ended up deleting the video because I had these like scrunched up curls and they were like right here and looked so bad. So I'm not making that mistake again. I just find that doing it this way or just putting some mousse in it, it looks super pretty. I know technically you're supposed to sort it out, or not sort it out, divide it better. I don't have time. Also, I probably should have let it dry more before I did this, but like I said, I don't have time. Okay. That did not lock. So anyway, sometimes I like to take my hair and I like to, let's see how long it is. Wow, it's getting very long. Let's wipe away all that extra hair from me flat ironing and ripping up my hair. Okay. Sometimes I like taking my hair and I actually kind of like that. I like to put it in what we used to call a bump, but I don't know. I kind of really like it down. I kind of really want to do a bump now. So what I like to do is I like to twist it and push it forward because then it stays versus not doing that and it doesn't want to stay. So I'm going to grab a bunch of my bobby pins. And I'm going to put it as close as I can to that bump as I can. Then taking another bobby pin. These are just, I don't even know what brand these are. Making sure it stays in place. Because sometimes I mess this up. Okay. And then, a lot of times, I will take my hair and I will twist it like this and pull it back. Taking a few more bobby pins. And pinning that down. Just like that. Hopefully that's secure enough. Then I'll take the other side. My bump keeps trying to move on me. That bobby pin's messed up. Then I'll take the other side and I'll do the exact same thing. Please excuse the baby hair. I'll twist it, making sure to smooth it down, digging through my little jewelry thing to get my other bobby pins that have now disappeared. Just like that. Now, sometimes I'll leave that down. Other times I will, I don't know what's going on with my bump today. We're just going to ignore that. And then other times I'll pull it back like this. And then I'll put it up in a bun. But I think it looks okay down today. Other days I might beg to differ. Okay. And then I'm just going to pair these with my Converse. I usually use my gray Converse, but for today we're just going to use the black ones because my gray ones are, the laces are messed up on them because I washed them. And I don't feel like messing with those right now. I will tell you guys this, there is no science for me to tell you guys where to put your primer and what primers to use. That is all on your skin complexion and your pores and things like that. Not your skin complexion, that's on your skin and your pores and things like that. I don't really have a lot to tell you about that because I don't really know much about primers. I was using a mattifying primer and then I got addicted to the Power Grip one because I like the way it holds my makeup in place. I never used to really understand the Power Gripping one. I used to hate it, to be honest, and now I use it faithfully. I will tell you this, I have a hard time letting go of makeup. I like to use it until it runs out, but I think I really need to let go of that primer because it really makes my face itch. Lines. I don't know what to tell you about fine lines and it creasing. I'm gonna go ahead and stick this up. It's bothering me. I don't know what to tell you about that. Mine creases and my fine lines here. I just don't know what to say about that because it does it to me too. I chuck it up as I'm getting older and makeup is not gonna look as good on me as it did when I was younger. So you're gonna, if you see me in person, you're gonna see my fine lines, you're gonna see my smile lines. Honestly, I just chuck that up with age. I don't feel like injecting myself with a bunch of chemicals to make myself look younger. It does not look like that on camera. I look a lot different in person. You can see lines and things like that, but it comes with age. People in the makeup community like to tell you that you're using the wrong powder, you're not doing it right, and things like that. I don't believe that. I think it creases on everybody under your eyes. Because if you see people in person versus on video, their videos show you that they don't have no fine lines under their eyes and they look perfect, and then you see them in person and you see all those fine lines and things and you're like, wow, you really duped me into buying something I didn't need to buy. So it is different on everybody. The one I really like watching is Jeffree Star because he does not use a lot of filters and you can really see his lines under his eyes, which is super helpful because he is brutally honest and isn't trying to fool you into believing that you need these other techniques to make your fine lines go away and make sure your powder don't crease. But if you're just taking, find my fluffy, this is wet, so I'm not going to actually stick this on my skin, but if you're just taking this and you're going like this in your fine lines, yes, it's going to crease really bad. The one thing I can tell you, excuse my orange fingers, the one thing I can tell you is to take this and tap, tap, tap. Right underneath your eye, you're going to tap, tap, tap. Because by tapping, you're going to reduce a lot of that creasing. If you're just going like this, you're going to make your makeup crease more. If you're tap, tap, tapping, it's not going to crease as bad. Your primer. Your best tools for your primer are your fingers. Tapping it in will go a long way. Sometimes I get in a hurry and I rub it in, but if you can tap it in, it goes a long way with the Power Grip Primer. If you're using a mattifying primer, you want to rub it, but not aggressively. Your best tools would be your ring fingers, only because your ring fingers don't use a lot of pressure. I'm trying to think. What else? Your eyebrows. They're not twins. They're sisters. They are not meant to be similar. They are meant to be sisters. You'll always notice that mine always look different because mine aren't twins. Mine are sisters. One of my eyebrows is very different than the other. I can't help that. My forehead right now, it looks like a botched mess. And that is because my brush that I use for my powder, this one's actually for my bronzer, this one's for my blush, this one's for my bronzer, this one's for my powder. These are my go-tos. Don't know the names of these brands. I know this one's EcoTools. I don't remember the names of these. This one works the best applying powder, right? Those brushes I was using weren't the best. So I've got a little patchiness going on up here. Oh well. It'll be better the next day when these dry out, which they are partially dried at this point. Make sure you're not doing what I do and waiting a long time to clean your tools, your brushes, your blenders, because you'll be in there for hours cleaning those out. Make sure when you're applying your foundation that you're taking your blender and going in between your nose right here, because you do not want to be that person that you have foundation everywhere and then nothing right here. Along with your neck, make sure you're going down your neck because you do not want that line right here. Even if you're using your shade, make sure you're going down your neck because people in person will see that line. I've dealt with that before. Powder. Everybody's way of using powder is different. I like to apply it over my face. If you watch Jade Amber, she applies it all over her face for the same reason I do. Because if we don't, actually not you, if we don't, then we're gonna have like this. It'll rub off during the day. If I touch somebody with my face, it'll rub off. If I just kind of give a little tap hug, it'll rub off on them. So the best solution is to take the powder. If you don't want it rubbing off, this is just our experience, take it and go like this and just tap it all over your face, because that will go a long way when doing your makeup, because then it won't rub off. You can use a setting spray and a hairspray at the same time. Not at the same time, but you do one like I did and then do the other, because it'll lock it in and it won't move. What else? Blush. I feel like for me, the blush best suits me when I go up in an angle like that and then I go up to my temple, because it makes my face look slimmer. If you pack it right here, you're gonna literally look like a clown. And I have personally seen it on somebody on TikTok. Her name is Makeup Queen. She packs it right there and she looks ridiculous. So don't do that. Don't do her technique. Do not pack it right here, because if you're gonna go that far and pack it right here, you might as well just go the whole other way and do the rest of your makeup like a clown, because that is exactly what that looks like. Take it, and if you want an elongated face to where your face looks slimmer like mine, go up like this and into your temples. It looks prettier, it gives you a nice subtle glow, and it puts a little bit of something right here, your bronzer. I never used to apply it on my cheeks. I used to apply it just on my forehead, not on my cheeks. I apply it on my cheeks now, and I think it looks better. Make sure that your tools that work best for you are clean and dry, because this is a no. That is not cute. I had to work with what I had. Everything was wet, damp. Things are dry now, but it's a little too late. Your contour. If you want a slender cheek, go take a line and go right here. You're going to suck in your cheek and see where that line, where you suck it in at. You're going to go right where it sucks in at. The nose contour is a preference. If you choose to do that, you can. If not, it's not a big deal. It's not going to really make a big difference. I do my chin because I have a little bit of a double chin, and I do my forehead. Just because I want a bronzed look too, as well as contouring. I like to have my forehead bronzed. I'm a little embarrassed that I'm going to show up tonight with my forehead looking like this, but it is what it is. I can't fix it. And I'm not going to redo my whole makeup just for my forehead. I'm trying to think if I covered everything. Eyeshadow. Do what you want. Just because somebody else tells you that you should not be doing that doesn't mean that you can't. A lot of people these days like a no makeup. I don't like that. I'm a full coverage girly. So if you want to do full coverage, there is no rules in makeup. Do whatever you want. If you want a big bold eyeshadow like I have, do it. There's no rules, literally. Just do whatever you feel comfortable doing. There's no perfect way to do it. There's no rule. I like to take a white eyeshadow every now and again and pack it on my eye. Somebody else may not like it, but I do. I like to use a bold lash. My lashes don't match today because I'm pretty sure this lash was different than that one. And that's what happens when you buy those Ioni lashes. My technique on doing lashes, I believe, and sometimes I'll even do this, I believe putting a glue liner down, or the actual glue that you put on your eyeshadow. Sometimes I'll line my eye with the glue. Sometimes I'll use the glue liner. But I feel like using double the glue actually helps it stay in place longer than versus just putting the glue straight up on the lash and then sticking on your eye, because I feel like it pops up at some point during the night or the day. So that's what I have. I have to get going because I have to go to the post office. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I was very informational. I will continue doing videos like this if you guys like. And I love you guys, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.